Hello, this is Steve Malone with ComStVX. Hope you're doing well today and you're getting some good trades. Since the start of 2013, we've seen the euro-dollar make a gradual descent. As a matter of fact, it broke 130 just briefly on Friday, made a little bit of a bounce back up. Today, it was noted that there was a short sell fix amongst some of the central banks on the euro-dollar. And some market participants were looking for the euro-dollar to make a push back below the 130 mark. Well, when it didn't, and there was some other news in the marketplace, we got a rally higher today. Now, some are saying that the market's going to continue rallying even higher, and there's some reasons for that. But the big picture, I think, is we see the euro-dollar go up to a level. If a level holds, then it's going to fall back down with a lot of bids in the marketplace resting about the 129 level. So let me walk you through what my thoughts are on the euro-dollar this week. Well, with this high to this low, this bounce up, this rally that we had today is about a 38.2 retracement. And we can see in the Traders Dynamic Index, it's up pretty high, even though the Traders Dynamic Index could continue to run a little bit higher here based on the market baseline here. We could see a little bit more move up. Well, where to? Well, if I add on the average daily range pro calculator, just simply apply that to the chart, what it does is it plots the weekly levels based upon what the price has been doing over a period of time. It literally monitors the cyclical movement of price and lays out these levels for the entire week. It's very synonymous with a tool used by institutions on Wall Street. So looking at this, I can see that this week the market started right here, came down and settled right at the weekly mid-low. Then it made its rally higher and pushed right up to and pinned high right near the 131.27 level, which is the weekly mid-high. Now the next level higher for it to reach is the 31.75 area or 31.80 area. And this is a pretty important level when you take a look at the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, you can see that the market was range bound for the second half of December, up and down from about this 31.75 level all the way up a little bit above 133. Now here's my thought. If we get up here to this level, and I do think there's a possibility if we get in a rally up to this level, it's going to have to check that. Before we go lower, it's going to have to check to see, is this old support new resistance? If that's the case, then we get the roll back down, and there's a lot of bids down around 129. However, there's a point at which the market's going to test to see if we're going to go lower or we're just going to sit in another range for a while. Now, if I step out a little bit further in time, some are anticipating that this could be a possible head and shoulders pattern. Here's a shoulder type look here with the head. The only thing I don't like is the fact that this didn't come all the way down towards that 129 area. And we have an upward neckline right now. So if I just extend this neckline more or less something like this right here, we can see that with an upward neckline that it's going to have to come down here and break this neckline, which sits right now in the neighborhood of about the 130.20 area. We'd have to break this area to see it actually go lower. So here's my thoughts going into the rest of the week. Overnight into tomorrow, I see a possible rally higher up to 131.80. That's a given. I think the market's got to go up here and say, hey, is this a real support that's going to become new resistance or it's not? If it's not, then we get back up here and we have a very large double top that could sit up in here for a while, or we have higher lows, which then we see the euro-dollar push up beyond the 133, as some have been estimating a possible push up to 134 or 135. However, if this makes a move back up, and if dollar bulls come back into the marketplace and we see a push back up in the dollar index, then we see this test of this old support becomes new resistance, the market rolls back over, comes back down to this trend line here. If it breaks the trend line, then we fall back down towards 129.80, 129.35, and then possibly on down to that 129 level. And I think at the 129 level, there's going to be some bids in the marketplace that are going to try to push it back up. That'll be a pretty good little push for the week if it gets all the way down to that, and I see a little bounce up. If this trend line holds right here, though, we're going to find ourselves getting more or less into another range, a possible pennant pattern going sideways. So take a look at the Traders Dynamic Index. The market baseline, the yellow line, still has quite a bit of a ways down, though it flattened out here just a bit, and this has made a push a bit higher. There's a possibility that this makes a little bit more move up, and if it does, take a look at this. If it gets up here, this right here at the 131.75, just in that area, 131.80, is a 618 retrace. Now, there's a possibility of a 1, 2, 3 down pattern. However, we could see it push up 786 or the 88.6. I think if the 132.20 fails to hold at all, and we don't get any highs higher than these back here, then that's going to be a big stretch up and then a greater potential fall back down. Those are my thoughts going into the rest of the week. Just be aware that 31.75 will be key going into tomorrow. Then we look to see if this breaks and goes higher. If it comes back and tests that, then this will be the support going on from here. If it rolls back over, I'm thinking 131 will be tested, 30.20, 25 area will be tested. If these hold, we push higher with higher lows. If this doesn't hold here, we fall back down towards the 129 level. And then we start kind of afresh at that point and have to relook at things. I think a move back down to 129 completes a possible head and shoulders pattern, and we'll have to see what the market has at that point. Well, folks, this is Demon with Compass FX. Hope some of the information I've shared with you about the euro dollar, looking for that potential move up to 131.75, 131.80 area, and then let's see what happens there. If it pushes higher, makes a new range, and pushes even higher, or if that 31.80 area holds, now it may pin high to 132 just to go grab some offers up there, or to knock some possible orders out of the marketplace at 132. It may pin high to that, but if that area holds, then I look for that gradual descent further down back towards 129. Well, that's going to do it for me today. I hope some of this information will help you in your trading, and I'll be looking forward to talking to you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.